Hi, everybody. Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and joining me is my partner in crime, Gina Gann.
Hey Heidi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I am loving life. I had no idea that there was so much turquoise in the Judith Ripka line. I would go through and see some, but there's a lot. First of all, the fact that there's over 650 products, like items, I was like blown away. I just
Wait,
feel like that we get more and more.
hold on a second. Do you realize that prior to my rotation, when I was down in Knoxville 2 weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
had you gone on JTV.com and went to the Judith Ripka page, we had something like 740 styles
Oh, because I saw like 674
because
or something.
we had so many sellouts.
Oh, wow.
Keeps happening, and it's great, but it takes so long to get back in stock in some of these pieces. I'm like, it's gonna be past Christmas by the time some of these pieces come in. I'm like, "Okay, well, there's Valentine's Day right around the corner, so, you know,
Right.
at least
Oh my
there's that."
God. Speaking of that, I can't even wait for holidays to see all of, like, the Christmas. Oh, I just can't. It's just gonna be so fun.
Wait, so we have 2 more I have 2 more rotations. I have
Okay.
my October anniversary, which is really gonna be, like, the end of September, beginning of October.
And
So
that's your 1 year, right?
that's my yes, that's gonna be, like,
Yes.
anniversary event, so I'm so excited for that. I've been going through, you know, just getting all my notes together because it's a lot. And
Right.
we ordered these things, I don't know, 4 months ago. And as I'm going through it, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Like I get so excited because I forget what we ordered. But then
Right.
working on December's also already been ordered. And I had to go reference it because I was trying to remember when something was placed. And then I was going through December. I'm like, we have so many amazing styles coming between October and December that
Yay.
I'm so happy. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I really think everybody's going to be excited when they see everything we've selected for them. Just get ready with those wish lists and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Clean up your stretch pay so you could add some more things onto that list. I mean, it's going to be great.
Well, if you wanna share them with your girl, let me know because I'm excited, or I can wait like everybody else, whatever you wanna do. But
Hi, Nancy. Thanks for joining us.
hi, Nancy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, obsessed.
I know.
Like,
I had to do this tonight. There's so many gorgeous turquoise styles,
oh
right?
my God, I know. I have a favorite of them all, but my gosh, like one I feel like is more beautiful than the next. Some have like a little nautical feels. Like I just feel like I get so many different types of vibes from all the rings, which is awesome.
That's what makes them so exciting is because they do each have their own identity and their own
They
reason.
really do.
Oh, guess who just insisted on joining us?
Orange.
He's like, "Oh, the biggest baby." Okay, thanks for joining. You lay down. But he is a little hot to have on my lap, but it's
I'm
okay.
sure.
I'll leave him there for now. He's a good armrest at least.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
could we start with the heart? Yes, that one.
This one, I already knew. Yep. I love it.
I love this ring. First of all, it's big and it's bold. It's so my cup of take off my other ring that I was wearing.
I also just feel like this is like quintessential Judith to do if she's doing turquoise, like, this is what it has to look like. It's so perfect.
I mean, it's a fabulous cat. Hi, Linda. Thank you. Yes, that's my big cat, Orange. Ray tends to shy away from the camera. um, so yes, this is very much a Judith Ripka type of ring, Queen
Mhm.
of Hearts, this beautiful cabochon. Hi, Stacy. Oh, you got wolf.
Oh,
Oh, I kind of always eyeball those wolf boxes, and I really want one. I can't decide which one to get. So let me know which one you ended up with because they're fabulous, and all the colors on those wolf boxes are amazing.
I love the rose gold ones. I've had a couple of them in my shows. I love them. But what a great jewelry box to put all your JR jewelry in. Love it.
I'm hoping one day to get JTV to order the Judith Ripka jewelry boxes that they're gorgeous.
What?
I have one. It's like a burl wood. It's so gorgeous, but I'm busting out of it like
I'm
badly.
sure.
I need I need another box or a bigger box or something.
Oh
Hi,
my gosh.
I'm so Francie, I'm so happy that you're joining us. I hope you're feeling better and I'm glad you're home. Francie's had a rough bout the past couple of months, I think it's been. Well,
Oh,
I'm so glad, and Francie, I hope all that's behind you and you're on the road to recovery. So
yeah.
this ring, though, I'm sorry, I'm changing the subject. I have to go back to this ring. I'm sorry, Francie and Linda and Stacy. I hope you don't mind. But could we just talk about the details of this ring? Look at the
I
fluting
know.
going around that cabochon turquoise. Now, when Judith first started, her textures were very different from what they are now. So she had a lot of fluting like this. She also used a lot of beads and a lot of rope, and you'll see those textures still. Hi, Judith. Thanks for
Hi.
Hope everything's going well with you and your new home. So yeah, everything about this ring just resonates with me with traditional Judith Ripka style. Like I was saying, you see touches of her original designs, whether it be beads or flutes or rope throughout it. But we really wanted to go back to something more traditional with this style. It has your three wraps
Mhm.
of Pave Belluce, so it just has that little sparkle. Judith would always say, "I need a little glow." And it's comfortable. It tapers on the side, so you continue the flutes down the side, but it's tapered. It's
Mhm.
360 degrees, so you do have the beautiful black back plate behind the turquoise. And this is one of
Mhm.
those rings that I feel can really go on any finger, whether
I
it's your
know.
finger, your pointer finger like I had it on before. It's just a great, great style ring. I mean, this one
I
does
just love the depth of the turquoise too.
well, it's a beautiful, like,
Oh,
egg shade of turquoise.
it's so
Super
pretty.
pretty, and it's just that perfect blend of modern, yet it also has those traditional touches to it, so it's really pretty. It's a 15 by 13 heart, so it's a nice
Mhm.
size. Um, I will say, though, it's a little limited. You and I were talking about it before we got on air that a lot of these styles are limited. So it is available in sizes 5 through 11, but we are sold out of the 6 and the 7. But that's
Mm,
about a ring like this that, if you're typically a 6, maybe on one of your other fingers, like
right.
on my middle finger, I could certainly wear it as a middle finger ring. So it's great to have those options.
You know what I like about it? It's simple because of the fluting, like you mentioned. It's very simple, not over the top with the bling, but still has a little bit. And the thing I like is that the turquoise really speaks for itself. That's your pop. That's
It's
your pop. That's your drama.
100%. It's the drama, it's the hero.
Mhm.
I completely agree. And again, Judith Ripka, Queen of Hearts. I mean,
Yes.
it's
Perfect place to start too.
exactly. And I just want to say a quick hi to Clay. Thanks for joining us, Clay. Good to
Hi,
see you.
Clay.
And Francie thinks the ring is pretty. And Linda is wearing, oh, Linda is lucky. We did a pink jadeite version of this ring, and she just got that.
Oh, nice. Enjoy it.
So where are we going to go next, Gina? Oh, I just saw bling and I'm like, "Whew, that is
This
a hot
one.
ring. That ring. So I think it was last September when I went down to Palm Beach and I spent some time with Judith and we did a little photo shoot. The second she saw this ring, she grabbed it and put it on. She fell in love with this ring, and it's like a beautiful little tiara. It's a turquoise doublet. It's a cushion shape cabochon rose cut. So if you watched last or 2 weeks ago when I was on and I had the Eclipse collection, it's that
Right. That's what it reminds me of.
as the Eclipse. So it has that slice of turquoise with the faceted white quartz on top of it. Okay, orange
Mm.
tail on my face. Um,
I was actually mentioning to you, I think last week, how I saw online the Eclipse turquoise earrings.
Oh, I was gonna
This and that? Oh my gosh.
I had them on, and then I was like, "Oh, it's too much turquoise," and I put on the black onyx Monaco to kind of
And then
play
I put on this one.
up. Same, love those with the champagne.
Twins.
I think I think some of those pieces sold out, but they're coming back in stock because we had done the enhancer, the earring, and a ring, and I just don't remember if those are October or December. Like I was saying, I was kind of looking at everything that's coming. So this I'm telling you, there's so much great stuff. But this ring, I mean,
This
listen,
is spectacular.
this is a
Everything.
incredible ring. The pave is everything. It has a
Mhm.
beautiful split shank that just has that wrap going around it when it connects. You have this entire basket of pave bellucce, 4 prongs of pave bellucce, super comfortable, I
Mhm.
I think. You were wearing it before, right?
I
Comfortable
love it.
because it's easy to close your fingers. It's a nice scale. It has about 2.60 carats of bellucce, so that's a nice amount of sparkle.
Mhm.
And like the other one, it's a little limited, unfortunately, but it can be worn on different fingers. So it's available in 5 through 11 with the exception of 7 and 8.
Mhm.
So,
You know what's interesting though? Both 2 turquoise rings. To me, they have a slightly different hue, and because this is the
oh,
doublet,
oh, yeah, it reads totally different
yeah, totally different,
with,
right?
an all opaque stone.
Yeah.
The shimmer that you get when it's a doublet like
Mm.
this, totally different feel
Yeah,
for
because this is that cabochon, right? And then you have this one with that mother of pearl, like that slight iridescence, but not too much. Oh,
it's got the glow from the faceting of the white
mhm.
quartz. But, there's so many different types of turquoise too. Plus, sometimes, yeah, size 7, I think, Francie, is now considered like the average size. When I first started in the industry, a size 6 was considered an average ring size. And then I guess,
Oh,
like, I don't know, 10 years into being with the company, all buyers started changing their standard stock size.
oh, that's interesting.
7. Yeah, it is interesting because it's not like clothing. With certain brands, they do vanity sizing. So, like, if I'm normally a 6 in most brands, all of a sudden there'll be a brand that I'm a 2, and I'm like, "On what planet am I a 2?" But they think psychologically it must feel better. We
Oh
don't
my god.
it's like, no. It would just
But
confuse.
that's so funny because there is another brand, like another big store that when I shop there, I'm like, "Oh boy, that is my size. I don't know if I'm gonna buy that."
Well, that's like
It
when
does mess with you.
dresses, certain dress a lot of dress brands, especially when you get evening dresses, you need to size up, like,
Oh,
some
yeah.
2 sizes, and I'm like, "Mm, I don't like that."
Well, 'cause that's like if you're trying super hard, to fit into something or whatever. I know, I totally get that.
It's my own mishigas, but yeah, I get it. So
Anyway, this is so ridiculously stunning. And you know what I actually am noticing that is really cool?
what
It's not necessarily a halo, would you say? It's got 2 rows here.
it
Like, how do you describe
it's
that?
halo, it's the basket. So if it was a
A
halo,
basket, yeah.
I want to show you. If it was a halo,
It'd
it would
be
directly around the stone.
mhm.
It's on the side of the stone. So what you're seeing when you look at the top is you're seeing a bright cut bezel and then the prongs. And it's funny, like prongs like these, we would typically call them grippers. I don't think that's really a technical term, but that was just like at Judith Ripka what we would call these. So they're placed on top, gripping the stone. It's kind of what prongs do, but I can't explain it. It was just our own terminology for certain kind of prongs. But it is also bezel set because you have that basket going fully around the stone. Part of that is because a lot of times when we use a doublet, we want to have the entire side wall of the doublet concealed
Oh,
because
that makes sense.
two stones that have been adhered together. So there is where the two stones meet each other. Thanks, Francie. Yes, I actually got highlights added to play down the low lights. So maybe you're now seeing more brightness because it was starting to look a little too dull. I went back to my old
Oh,
colorist
nice.
I'd left her during COVID and ended up going back to her, like, right before my rotation because at the end of the day, she does the best job.
Oh, it's always awesome when you, like, can find that person that just knows how to do your hair.
She had vanished during COVID. I had texted her, we couldn't I never heard back from her. I don't know if I had the wrong number for her or whatever. So and that salon closed during after COVID.
Oh, right, like most, yeah.
Yeah, so I was jumping around, and I was with one guy for a while, but I was like, "I keep bringing you pictures of what I want it to look like, and it never looked
Yeah.
like the way it did," and finally I found out where she was, so thanks to Facebook groups, I was able
Oh,
to show.
well, there you go. I know it's so funny because my mom's a hairdresser, so I always grew up with her doing my hair, that when somebody else does it, I'm like, "Ah, I don't know."
Yeah.
Which is kinda funny.
Anyway, so moving along, let's talk about another very different style, okay?
Okay.
We have a carved turquoise band ring. How cool is that? I mean, that
Love
rope
it.
twist on the piece of turquoise. It's so fabulous. It has Bella Luce on the sides. It has all the rope twist textures on either side of the Bella Luce. It has fine angled berget along the shank, and then it's trimmed out in the rope. So you see the rope from the side view. We have rope here and here, as well as around
Mhm.
this sidewall. It does have the sizing bar and it is beautifully finished on the inside, but this is totally different in look and style because it's not really a
Totally.
ring like the others where they're really cocktail rings. This is in fact more of a band ring. It does have a Bombay effect. It is slightly domed, and this one has about 40 points of the Bella Luce.
What I love, this is giving me, like, a nautical feel.
Yes, because of the rope.
Yeah, and I also this is the first time I'm seeing that the turquoise has that texture, like you mentioned. That's super unique, and I don't know, maybe that's why it kinda feels like a shell. I don't know, there's something so
Yes,
cool about it with the rope, I love it.
I could see why you would feel it looks like a shell. It's that carving. It's done at an angle because it's the rope. It's rich. It's gutsy. It's also very feminine because it rolls. Like there's no hard edges. It's very
Right.
kind of like a wave.
Yeah, I know. I really loved this one. That's like I had a note down, like, and just wrote nautical feel. Really, really pretty. The thing is that all of the rings that we're presenting tonight are either smooth or faceted. So that's what I like about this one is that it gives
Very
you a little something different with texture.
Yeah, it is a very, very different style ring and very beautiful. And again, like this is one of those rings that could be worn so many different ways. It's actually a size 6, so I can't put it on my other fingers, but it can be stacked too. So if you had 2 of these, it would give it a really nice full presence to stack them up together. It could be worn as a wedding band if you want to have a less traditional wedding band. You could certainly. It's a great
I know
look.
I'm just trying to see what else I can put it with. I love it.
Actually, I wonder how it would stack. No, it won't. It would stack better with like 2 of the same, or if there was another domed band ring, like, um, you know that twist ring we did in the Haute collection? It's, it has twists of Pave Bellucce with rope. It's a similar shape. I bet that would stack nicely with this also. So,
Nice.
great on
Really, really pretty.
really so
This especially if you want something very everyday and but you want that pop of turquoise, like, listen, you know I'm obsessed with this. Not that I wouldn't wear it every day, but I do feel like it is definitely, for an occasion, dinner, whatever, but this to me is very everyday.
definitely. It's funny, like, I wear this every day. I don't hold back.
I love it. I mean, listen, I think you can wear it every day, but I think some people may not.
100%, depending on your lifestyle, uh,
Yeah,
back, depending on your lifestyle, it might not make sense. It might just be totally appropriate, especially if you're in a more conservative work environment or
exactly, yeah.
that, then yeah, I just
But this actually makes me love you even more, the fact that you wear this every day. I'm like, "Of course you do." Love
love that
it.
style. That talks to me. It really
Mhm.
my language. Okay, let's move on to another style. What do you have? Are you wearing the same my favorite one? Are you the one with the London blue topaz, right?
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, the mix of the London blue and the turquoise, I've never seen before. It is so gorgeous.
and the turquoise is a very different turquoise from excuse me, from the others that we looked at.
Right.
But this one
And
has
veining.
so whereas the others were a clean blue tone of turquoise, this one has that slight black matrix running through it. It's a octagon step cut, but it's I wouldn't call it a step cut because a step cut's more internal facetings. So I would say more of an octagon with a beveled edge. That's really what I would call this. And it's held in by these beautiful rope prongs. I'm going to take it off so I can show you better. Rope prongs.
Mm,
You have the bezel set London blue topaz on the sides of the basket. I'm pausing for a second because it's bezel set, but it also kind of has prongs holding it in, which I'm just noticing for some reason. But you have that rope texture. It's kind of tied in a knot. If you see, this is almost like a knot the way it connects the
right.
split shank. And then the rope continues down the shank to the back. So really pretty style. You have the back plate behind the stone, really unique and different. This one is more limited than the others. I mean, it's definitely a fast selling ring. We only have sizes 6, 10, and 11, which is why
Wow.
it's not fitting any of my fingers because I'm guessing that I must have a 10.
I know mine this is pretty big on me as well. I wanted to ask you, I you're talking about the veining on this, right? Is the veining gonna be different for everybody?
Yeah, well, when it's a natural stone from
That's
the
what I wanted to ask. Yep.
matrix, it's not like coming out of a mold. So there
Right.
will be variance. I mean, listen, it's also very possible that a stone can be cut from a different rough where there's no matrix
Right. Exactly.
area of the stone they cut it from. So each rough, it's going to have its own distinct matrix.
But that's what I actually love about this is that that almost makes it more unique that it's like, "Oh, which one are you getting?" You know, it's like kind of customizable. It's like, "Oh, this is unique to me. Nobody else has something like this."
Right, and that's the beauty of certain stones that come from the earth. They are very distinctive. It's like diamonds get mapped out. If someone, has a diamond that's been certified, for example, at GIA and has a map of the stone, and the stone is lost and then someone finds it, GIA, if they were given that stone, could actually match it to their records. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's like a person's
Wow, that's so interesting. I also have a note here that turquoise is one of the first gemstones ever to be mined.
That's correct. It was worn by the Egyptians.
Mhm.
It's got a very lengthy history.
Love
Um,
that.
and depending on what minerals are running near where the turquoise,
I read that, yeah.
different minerals can impact the color. I mean, that's why you also have some incredible turquoise mines like Sleeping Beauty turquoise,
Sleeping Beauty, yep.
that gorgeous, really clean robin's blue. And then
Yeah.
near copper, it's something different. Like, so it really depends on where the turquoise comes from. And turquoise is one of those stones that's truly mined in so many places around the world and a lot in the United States.
Yeah, which is I have a lot of shows with turquoise, so I feel like I've learned so much about it, but, oh, this is so beautiful, and again, I love that London blue topaz with it.
It,
It's just
it's
like that nice little pop.
that nice little touch. London blue is such a pretty
Mhm.
stone, and it just has a little character by having the unexpected touch of the London blue topaz. Hey, Gina, you told me that you got a ring that I did not get today. Would
I
you
did.
share it with us?
Of course. Oh my gosh, and I love this one too. This is so beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty. So that is a rose cut cabochon cushion. It's not a doublet. It's a cut turquoise stone, if I'm seeing it correctly. Yes.
Yes, it does not look like a doublet at all to me.
Right.
Um,
And similar to this one, it looks like it has grippers, right?
it definitely has the grippers, but it doesn't look like it has the doublet,
But it
but faceted, but more cabochon for
yeah,
sure.
it's a rose cut cabochon. Then show me the side of it. The other side, the basket. Yeah, so it's different. So it's sitting on top of it. Oh, it is beautiful. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for
Hi,
joining.
Barbara.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And it's a really rich Southampton shank as well, which is magnificent. That looks so pretty.
I
Oh,
love the grippers with it too. I feel like that kind of like makes it have a different feel.
and those grippers each have prongs at Bella Luce in them, I believe, right?
Yes, it looks like it.
Yeah, really, really pretty. Can you show it on? Does it fit one of your fingers?
Oh, yes.
Oh, let's see. Ooh, pretty.
Very pretty. This one I like too. It's probably the smallest scale of all the rings that I have.
Hold-
Um,
Yeah, a little bit better.
what did you say?
Put your hand like I can see the scale. Could you put the with this other one? Yeah, let's. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a big.
Yeah.
Wow. But a
Yeah,
beautiful,
so that's why I feel like very,
great
um
proportion.
mhm,
But if you don't want something quite as big and bold as this one, that's a great alternative to have something that's similar in style, but not as maybe like you were saying, it might be a little dressy, this version for some people. So it's
right.
not dressy, it's a little more everyday and it's a little smaller in scale, which I think there are a lot of people that sometimes prefer that smaller scale. So that's a great style.
Yeah, I love this one. What I also like is it's just that true the clad and the turquoise. You know, you see
That's
just that little hint of the Bella Luce, on the sides, but that's really it. And I really like that a lot because I feel like a lot of these, well, I guess you know what? This does have it too, but this does have a little bit of the Bella Luce, but
yeah, I mean, right. So you have a little bit of Bellucci in the heart that we first looked at.
that's true, right. Mhm.
Then obviously lots of Bellucci in this.
Yes. Uh-huh.
No Bellucci in this.
Right.
And then that ring has just that little touch. Oh, right,
Mhm.
has the little bit. I was like, "Where's my other ring?" It's on my
Yeah.
hand. Just a little side sparkle, which is really
Yeah.
that's a great style ring.
I
It
know,
really
I really, really love this one too.
yeah,
Um, I love the band.
that Southampton, it's such a rich texture. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's combining 2 of our classic textures because it's taking that gorgeous rope texture and then combining it with the berget texture, which are those fine lines that kind of just cross hatch the rope, and it gives you that
Really pretty.
texture. Yeah, very
Really pretty. So I'm gonna throw it out there. I love all of these rings, but I have a favorite, and we'll wait till the very end. So I want to reveal or see if you can guess.
reveal.
Yes.
Let everybody that's joining us tonight guess at the end.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
If
Okay,
everyone
we can.
and no one chimes in, I will throw out my guess.
Okay.
Really, really pretty.
I
Love
really
it.
love this one.
So I'm gonna move us along to the next ring actually, which I don't
This
know.
one is so unique. I've
Yeah,
never seen anything like this before.
isn't that great looking? That is such a fabulous style.
I
Um,
can't wait to hear about it. Like, I wanna know all about, like,
well,
the stones.
we've always done well with three-stone rings. It's one of the styles that everybody seems to really gravitate towards. Um, and this one is interesting. It's almost if it wasn't for the stones, the silhouette to me has a very vintage feel to it because they're long and narrow stones. And a lot of times when you look in catalogs of vintage jewelry, you'll see something like this. So you have this elongated cushion turquoise in the center, the beautiful faceting. It's almost like an elongated checkerboard because they're more like a diamond pattern.
Mhm.
And the side stones, those are mother pearl dublets. So it's the rock crystal quartz over the slice of mother pearl, which is why you have that luminescent quality that you see when I turned around to the light. And it also has the same faceting. But what's interesting with the faceting is I feel like the turquoise is bouncing off it a little too. So it's giving it a little bit more of a blue hue to it. It's in clad. It has double prongs. So each corner has double prongs. You have your fine berget along the basket. You have your pave
Love that.
right at the top where it starts. It's like a little cluster of cherries, all prong set. And it just goes all the way around. You have your back plate, and it's a more delicate ring. So if you not in terms of the top, but when you
Mhm.
look at the side, it's much more delicate.
Totally.
It has more of a vintage feel to it because it's not as thick as something like this. It's much more delicate.
I also it's funny, so my engagement ring, I customized that, and I love a thin band,
Yep.
especially when you do a bigger ring in the center because I feel like it almost accentuates it more. That was something I just realized. I was like, "This is so pretty to me, how you have those stones that are dainty leading up to this big r I love that."
Yeah, because it has a nice big presence, but it also kind of so just for clarity, the ring is too big on Friday, which is why it's spinning. If it was the right size, it wouldn't happen. So I'm gonna try and show this to you, even though it's big on me. The way the ring is made, the way we've angled the side stones, it actually rolls beautifully
It
and
does.
the right size, it will hug your finger. But because it's big on me, I don't know if you could see like all these gaps on the side, it wouldn't do that if I was wearing it in the correct size, but this one is available in sizes 5 through 11, but they're sold out of 6, 7, and 9, and I have to tell you, if this is an 8, that means it runs big, and I didn't size this ring to verify. So, if anyone has any questions, let me know, and after our live stream, I can go put it on my mandrel and see what size it is, and then let you know if you need to size it down perhaps, because I do not know what size it is. Let's see if it says it.
Yeah, let me see. I might have, um,
It's an 8. It's an
oh,
8. You have to size down probably because my middle finger is typically an 8 and this is a little bit big on me. So, that's my guess. If but I could always put it on the to be extra sure if anyone has any questions, just let me know. We have one more style to look at that's available in both sterling silver and clad.
I
That
love it.
this fabulous. I mean, this screams summer to me, but it's really
Oh,
all
yeah.
it's a turquoise doublet cushion cut with white enamel. Again, silver or clad. This is the clad version. This is the silver version. Totally cool in either metal. Both of them with the cushion cut turquoise doublet. Have a good night, Francie. Feel well. Uh,
Bye-bye.
white enamel. You have the fleur de lis on the side of the shank. It's such a comfortable ring. Let me see, this is 7. It just kind of rolls around. It has a nice side profile. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining us tonight. You have it's held in with double prongs like that other ring we looked at. Then you have the rope bezel going around the stone. You have the pointed little accents going around it in the corners, each with a prong set bella luce, and then you do have the bella luce in that gorgeous fleur de lis accent. It is trimmed with rope along the side. Again, you have that little
Oh, yeah.
trillion accent both sides. It has the back plate on the inside, little sizing bar. I would really be cautious though with the enamel, even though we do have a sizing bar on this, unless you are sizing down by putting in a guard or beads, I would not recommend having a jeweler cut into this because I would hate to
Right.
happen to the enamel. So that's my recommendation as your friend.
I love that. That's really good to know, especially someone who's, been in the business and gets it and understands, so that's great, thank you.
Yeah. So these are the two, clad and silver, depending on what you need to match.
So, I will say, normally, I'm always for plaid. In this one, though, I love the silver.
The icy silver, that
It
ice
just, like, goes so well with the white, the turquoise. I love it, love it, love it.
very crisp looking,
Yeah.
very, very crisp in the silver. And this one, so the stone is a 13 by 13 cushion. It
Mm,
has 32 points of bella luce, and this is available in size 5 through 10. I'm sorry, it's available in size 5 through 11. On the clad, We have everything with the exception of a size 8, and
Mhm.
on the silver with the rhodium over, we have everything with the exception of a 10. So this ring, there's a few more options for most people. Just curious about the symbolism of the fleur-de-lis. So the fleur-de-lis actually is a symbol that Judith adopted 20 some odd years ago. I think for her, it was just another way of representing love and romance. And she's used it throughout her collection for many, many years. It used to be a backplate. But the backplate in the couture collection was always hearts. And so when we joined JTV,
Mm.
I moved from the fleur de lis to the hearts, but you'll still see fleur de lis on a lot of the styles. Some of the styles that we've continued to have as bestsellers for many, many years, and we'll still use it as a design element. So thank you for asking about that, Linda.
I love the enamel though. It's so like high fashion. I love it, especially we see it more and more. Um, really, really pretty. They're all really different, the rings tonight, which is great. Something for everybody.
Yeah, there's something for everybody, but just going back to enamel for a second, it's a really well done enamel. It's all hand
Hmm.
applied and it's very smooth, it's very clean. You don't see any areas where it's missing. Like it's
Oh no.
beautifully, beautifully executed throughout. So yes, the enamel's great, but every single, like to your point, every single style we looked at today is very
Different.
different from one another. I'm just going to try and see if I can stick them all on my fingers so we could look at them all together, because then everyone has to guess. Gina wants everyone that's with us to guess which of these is her favorite.
Yes.
Can you guess? Is it the octagon with the matrix and the London blue? Is it the more Victorian estate three stone with the mother of pearl? Is it the enamel with the turquoise doublet? Is it the very first heart one we looked at? There's two more left, Gina. We have the cushion with the pave basket and the split shank. And then last but not least, there is the carved band ring with the bellucce. So does anyone have any guesses?
I
Hey,
know.
anyone? Want to,
Let's see.
which is Gina's favorite?
I really do love them all. But you know
Nope.
how you always feel like one is like so you?
Yep. Oh, okay. We got one taker. Stacy's guessing the enamel.
I do like that one a lot.
Any other takers? Anyone else want to throw their guess into the ring? Oh, I'm missing one. Anyone else? Anyone else? Going once, going twice. It's almost my bedtime.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it will
Alice,
be the reveal. Hold on, let me have it as the ring on my finger.
you're gonna
One
put it on your
second.
finger. Okay,
Ready?
ready?
Ah!
Ah, Judith guessed the heart. Judith, you got in there just in the nick of time, but
Yes.
no, no ding ding dings.
It's just funny because jewelry is a representation of your personality, right? And I just saw this, and of them all, I was just like, ah! I mean, obviously, again, like Stacey was saying, I love the enamel and the silver so much, and there's so many looks that I love here. But this one was just something that I was
That,
like, this is Gina.
that just screamed your name. Okay.
Yes,
There's always one sometimes that you just,
right?
yep, this is me. Done. Yeah, no, that is a beautiful style, but they're all truly beautiful. Like we're saying, very distinctive and different, each one.
Hmm.
So, well, that's about it for us this evening. So I just wanted to
Yeah,
thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Gina. Always great seeing you.
same
And
here. Thank you.
same time, same place next Wednesday.
We will be there.
All right,
Okay.
and have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye.